Shalom. Welcome again to Sisters of the Maccabees. So we're here with our brother, Master Herbalist Patrick Delve. Okay, he's a busy man. We happen to get a few minutes with him. Mr. Delve is visiting from Grenada. That's where you reside, no?
Yeah.
But you visit New York City on a regular basis
Yeah,
because you have a lot of patients
every 3 months,
here.
I have a lot of
Right.
patients here.
Okay, so as you know, we got a lot of questions for you because of our affiliation with you.
Yes. That is my brother from another mother.
That's right. You already know. You already know.
So we're constantly getting asked a lot of questions for you. So I picked out a few questions that I know, because we can't do everything today, all
Yeah,
right? So
true.
I picked out a few important questions that I think that I need you to answer. Okay, so the first question, Mr. Dell, is how does a woman regain her libido?
That's a good question.
Yeah, because there's a lot of stuff out there for men,
A
but
lot of men out there
Yes.
losing it, and you know what I'm saying?
And there's
But
really-
a lot of women loses it too. And it's not because the
There's
woman is going through
nothing
menopause.
for the woman, though.
Oh, sure there is. Definitely.
I mean,
there is.
there's not much discussion about the woman.
Right, because everybody's just thinking it's just a man problem. When a man reaches a certain age, and because his testosterone drops, his libido just drops also. But also it affects the woman when her estrogen level drops too.
Okay.
See? So it affects the man when his testosterone drop, but it affects the woman when her estrogen drops. So a lot of men will have in a marriage, and then the wife will say, I'm not feeling for sex, and he say, oh, you got somebody outside, and not because she don't want to have it.
Right.
It's just because she don't feel for it because the hormone is dropping.
Okay.
See? So some women will come to me and say, okay, Mr. Delves, I want to make my husband comfortable. I want to please him. So can you do something for me? And I will give them a pink pill. The man have the blue, and we give the woman the pink pill.
You're killing me.
Yeah. There's one for libido for women. It's a pink, and the man is blue. So we give the woman the pink one, and we give the man the blue pill.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Is that a secret? Can you tell us what? Seriously.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it
We're gonna
happens.
have to. Can we see that pink pill, Mr.
Sure,
Dell?
yeah, but but we have
Is it a herbal pill?
It's a herbal pill, yes, everything
Oh,
with
it's
herbs.
a herbal pill.
Yeah, it's a lot of women too in the childbearing age is also having the same problem too. It's not only women who's over 50,
Right.
but you have a lot of young ladies coming in at 35, 36 and saying, I don't have that feeling for sex.
Right.
And that's the hormones again.
That's hormone.
Right, that's hormones, yeah. A lot of the time when the woman is lacking in progesterone,
Okay.
she have that problem also. And a lot of women come and they don't lubricate properly.
Okay.
And that's because of the ovaries. So we work that's coming from the endocrine system,
Okay.
the glands.
Right.
So what we do, we work on the glands, work on the thyroid gland, work on the pituitary gland in the brain, and we normalize the function of the woman's LH and FSH, and we raise it up, we balance back both the progesterone and the estrogen levels, and then automatically she feels.
So this boils down to a hormonal issue.
Yes, hormones, yeah.
Okay.
Just like the man is a hormone for the man,
Right.
it's also hormone for the woman too. And also, if you are in a relationship, I want to be blunt on that too. A lot of women don't have that. They lose that psychological feeling.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's according to what's going on in the relationship also.
Right.
That affects both men and women in that aspect.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, that's why I always said that to couples that verbal abuse is worse than physical abuse.
Right.
Because the verbal abuse can also cause
Psychological abuse.
yeah,
Right.
women and men to have that problem in terms of sexual
Right.
stimulation
Right. Right.
because of that verbal abuse.
Yes.
So it could be different things
You're
that cause
absolutely
the problem.
correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay, so there's a regimen that a woman can there's some sort of a herbal regimen that she can take
Yeah.
to get her hormones back.
Yeah, there is
in balance?
a product by a company called Herbalist and Alchemist. They carry a product called Woman's Formula, and that helps to balance a woman's
What's the
ecology.
name of
It's called
the,
Woman's Formula.
And the company is
The
called?
company is called Herbalist and Alchemist. They make
Okay,
very good
I
products
think
too.
I'm familiar with that.
Right, and with that particular product, in order for the woman to be balanced, she have to use a lot of vitamin E, calcium and magnesium,
Right.
the B complex, and flax oil.
Right.
And that will also help in the process.
Got it.
If she's lacking in that feeling, you know what I'm saying? That will
Right.
also help in that. It's also good for infertility too.
Okay.
If it's from lacking of estrogen, then we give the woman an estrogen cream, natural
Okay.
estrogen cream, that is not the HRT from the medical system.
Right.
But the natural estrogen cream to rub on her breast with the progesterone cream to rub on her breast. And then she does for 3 days on the breast, 3 days on the navel, 3 days on the thigh, and build back up these hormones. And automatically, if it's from menopause, then her sexual drive come back up again too.
Okay.
So it's according to what is happening with the woman's
What's
endocrine
happening.
system.
Right.
You know, that we work on. Yeah.
Now, does any of that has to, because this goes to the next question. What can she do if she's always dry down there? There's no moisture down there.
Yeah, there are a few herbs that the woman can use if she have what we call vaginal dryness, and that's because of the ovaries again.
Right.
If the ovaries is lacking in producing what we call progesterone,
Right.
she don't get that moisture,
Moisture, right.
or lubrication. A lot of the time it's happened from a lot of women who have this I think it's a Baker cyst or something on the vagina. Where
Ovarian cyst?
Not ovarian cyst. It's a cyst called, I think it's a Baker cyst that they call it, in the vagina, where the glands is not secreting that fluid.
Right.
She can become dry too from that.
Okay.
See?
So this has nothing to do with the mucous membrane?
Well, the mucous membrane is important because the mucous membrane produces mucin.
Right.
See?
Right.
Or mucus. But a lot of the time, if the ovaries is not producing progesterone, she
Got it.
can get vaginal dryness, also,
Right.
especially when she goes through menopause.
Right.
Because menopause, everything drops. See? If everything drops, the ovary suffers. But we also go to the pituitary gland in the brain with an herb called chaste tree, CHASTETRE. And what that herb does, it helps to normalize the woman LH and FSH via the pituitary gland.
Right.
But if it gets a signal from the hypothalamus gland, the pituitary gland will normalize both these hormones. If the hypothalamus gland do not send a signal to the
Right,
pituitary, it can't
right,
do that.
Right.
So the woman ovary
If
suffers.
they're not in tune
Right.
with one another, right?
Right. If the woman ovary suffers, then she can't produce the progesterone. She starts to produce androgens, men hormones, and then automatically she could get vaginal dryness from that too. Or she get beard also. She get PCOS,
Yes.
and that's become problematic also.
Right.
So we give her herbs like oat straw. She can boil the oatmeal, the regular oatmeal, the quicker oats, the old-fashioned oats.
Right.
She can boil that, and then she can strain it
And drink the
and
oat
drink
milk.
the water. Yes, that helps too.
Right.
That's one way of helping her to be lubricated.
Right.
She can use oat straw. She can use that herb called licorice, the slippery elm, marshmallow, fennel seed.
root, right.
Yeah, they all can be mixed together. And,
Okra.
okra. even
Anything
the-
that's
you know what's-
slimy.
You know what's happening,
Yeah,
man.
I know
And she
what's
can use those, and those help the adrenal glands, which because the adrenal depends on the pituitary.
Right.
And once she drinks these herbs, she get lubrication also faster. Although she can
Right.
use a gel also, but they have gel setting also
Yeah.
that does that. Yeah.
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 Okay, so here's a question, Patrick, that I've been doing a research on this for months, and it seemed like a lot of women is having this problem. I don't know if you've ever heard of this. So some women get every month right before their period, maybe 2 weeks or a week or a few days before their period, they get sores down there. I've gotten a lot of questions about this. I've been on a lot of different forums. I've seen a lot of women with this, discussing this. They get sores right before their monthly period. They get very sore down there, and it goes away right after the period, it seems.
Sores or lesions.
I'm not sure.
Because if a
It's-
woman,
it's sore, it
if a
feels
woman,
like a little bump
if a
or
woman have right,
lesion
if a
or-
woman have HSV, right, a lot of people have it, that can happen too.
Okay.
See if the
Rona,
woman
why
have
don't you show him the picture that you texted me?
right?
Oh, okay.
Show him the picture that you texted me.
If the woman have HSV, means she have herpes simplex virus.
Uh-huh.
That can happen because remember that when a woman is going to have a period, she is shedding an egg,
Right.
But also her endocrine system. If it's not balanced, it could affect what we call the central nervous system, which can affect the virus. Yeah.
I don't know. I was doing some research and I found that image somewhere. I'm not sure if
Yeah.
that's what it looks like,
Yeah.
but someone posted that image.
Yeah, it looked like that. It looked like the herpes virus.
Hmm
So that could be one of the
But now, a
reasons
lot of
why.
these women said they go to the doctor and they did all these herpes tests.
And it's come back negative.
And it comes back negative.
Sometimes the virus takes a little while to manifest in the body.
Mm-hmm.
So you might take a test today and take a test next month, it don't show up, and then 6 months to a year it shows up again.
Mm-hmm.
If that is not the problem, is remember that when a woman is having a period,
Mm-hmm.
she is, if you go back in the Bible again, the scriptures,
Mm-hmm.
it said that she's unclean.
Right.
That's reality,
Mm-hmm.
because she is moving out lots of toxins,
Right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Reality. Now, in the process of doing that,
Mm-hmm.
if there is an excessive amount of mucus,
Mm-hmm.
pus in the mucous membranes,
Mm-hmm.
that could manifest when a woman is going through her, or before or during the period. When she's cleaning, this mucous membranes can produce lots of mucus that could cause her to have these lumps there. And after the period and she's clean, they disappear.
Mm.
Happens to a lot of women.
Okay.
So
I've
it's not
never
as-
heard that
it's,
explanation.
yeah, it's not to say
before.
something is wrong with her, it's just that she has lots of mucus in the mucous membranes. So when she's cleaning, there's excessive amount of toxins coming out, and then she starts to have these mucus, these lumps, or these, we call it boils.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's boils is mucus, you know.
Right.
A pimple
yes.
is mucus.
Right. Right. Yes. It's filled with right.
Yeah, once you have a pimple on your face, that's telling you that's mucus.
Right.
See, that's cells. So once the body is have an excessive amount of that mucus there, and she's cleaning, it will manifest
So that
in
would
that area.
explain why it goes away after,
after the period.
The
Yes,
period.
yes,
Okay.
that's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it's not HSV,
Right.
yeah.
Okay. Now, here's another question I have to ask you, Patrick. Not related to the woman. Well, it kind of is. Okay. Is this normal for a child to be diagnosed with a yeast infection?
A girl
That
child.
cannot be not normal.
Yeah, well, it happens all the time.
Yes,
Unless the
because
child is being violated sometimes. Say, like my daughter, my little 8-year-old daughter, right? If you look at one of my past videos, we had a live video, me and my wife was on talking about children's health.
yes.
And my wife called me on a job one time and said to me, "Yeah, just look into your daughter's panties, and she has an infection, and she's only 8 years old."
Right.
See what I'm saying? And the purpose of her telling me that, she's saying, well, why she's 8 years old and she have this discharge possibility if the child do not know how to wipe.
To wipe them, to clean themselves
Yes,
properly. Yes.
possibility that could happen too.
Germs
Because you have to
and
wipe
stuff.
from down up and down, not up and down and up.
Right.
Right. Now, usually, sometimes if the child don't wash her vagina properly, I like to tell my daughter every morning, say, you get up, you wash your, I call it a poop. I say, wash your popo. Yes, daddy. Wash your
Right.
popo. No. Boop, go do that.
Right.
Evening time again, you wash your popo. No, daddy. Boop, go do that twice per day.
Right.
It's not like you know, because remember that the vagina is like an opening. But the pH in the vagina is very acidic.
Right.
Right? We're supposed to protect the woman.
Right.
But if the child do not, especially if she wearing cotton nylon panties,
Nylon. Yes.
that could happen too. Yeah. If the child is eating lots of mucus forming foods, like a lot
Right.
of fast foods, in the diet, that could happen too.
Right.
So a child can get a yeast infection. Yes. If the child bowels is messed up,
Right.
because the yeast doesn't start in the vagina.
In the vagina, no.
It starts in the bowels, in the gut, yeah.
In the gut, yeah.
So if the child have a lot of parasites, or the child have a lot of yeast or mucus in the child's intestines, and the 450 pathway
Right.
of the liver, the Kupffer cells in the liver is not working properly, and that yeast leaves her bowels and goes into her portal vessel and come back into the liver, and if the 450 pathway enzyme function is not working properly, that could go into the bloodstream and get into her vagina too.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be the child being molested, but that is part of it. So what the mother or the father should do is take the child to a doctor to see if the child is being.
Is being stimulated.
There you go.
Right. Yeah, it was brought to my attention. There was a
Yes,
7-year-old
that
child
can happen,
that
yes.
was. Now, do you have any time for a few more minutes for just maybe 2 or 3 more questions,
Sure.
Ms. Adele? Okay, because somebody asked me a question.